Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video is a really exciting one and my favorite to film always, and that is my collection haul for 2023. My collection hasn't grown much since last year's. I've sold 20th Century Boys, High Rise Invasion, and some Gunslinger Girl and Classroom of the Elite because I was moving into my apartment that I'm in now and I just needed some extra money. So I loved all those series except the ending of High Rise Invasion, and they are missed in my collection, but I don't have them anymore. I also sell things that I don't absolutely love or had a really fun time reading or just in my collection. So there's a lot of things that I enjoyed but just not enough, and I kind of just get rid of them now. So my collection isn't that much bigger, but everything on these shelves I love. So that's always nice, and I love my collection how it is now. I just reshelved everything. I filmed it all over on TikTok, and then I made some changes after the TikTok because I didn't exactly like it, but I'm loving how my shelves look now. I also got figures, but yeah, they're filling up pretty fast, so I either need to get risers or another shelf. And then eventually, I think right here, I'm gonna make a little reading nook thing, and I'm gonna have a poster and some lights, and then get a little chair, sofa, or something around here so it can just be my little reading area. But yeah, with that, let's get into the collection. So here is a little overview. That bottom left shelf is not super proud of it, but we will move on. Starting on the first shelf, I have this Shisui light right here. Changes colors. I really like Shisui. Thought this was a cool light. And we have Fist of the North Star, volumes 1 through 7. I'm pretty sure number 8 is out, but kind of collecting these slowly. I'm really enjoying the read though. Also, I've read almost every single thing in my collection besides Summertime Render and Sayaki Reload and Bakurano R's because I'm missing volumes of those two. And Summertime Render I'm just gonna read, but besides that, I've read every single thing in my collection. Parasite, volumes 1 and 2. This is my first time experiencing Parasite. I haven't read it before these came out or watched the anime, and I'm absolutely loving this. And I love these hardcovers and the full cover. I love how it's gonna spell out Parasite, so really cool volumes there. Sweet back. Next, if any of you watches my channel or follows me on any platform, you will know that Vinland Saga is my favorite, or I don't know now because I'm reading Berserk, but at least top 2 anime manga ever. Absolutely love Vinland Saga. I have up to 13 up to date. I'm really glad that people are loving the anime for the most part as well. It is a big change of pace, but the best story and character development by far. They're also coming out with deluxe versions, which is bad for my bank account, but I'm probably just gonna get one just for a collection standpoint. After that, I have the original Devilman Omnibuses 1 and 2 complete. Really enjoyed that. I made a whole video talking about how it's different than Devilman Crybaby, and I like them both for different reasons, but these were really fun reads, and I love Rio. Going down to my next shelf, we have 1 through 28. I just got this one from Rank Stuff. Need to read it, of Twin Star Exorcist. I absolutely love this series. I think it is still pretty underrated. People who read it like it, but this is seriously the best shonen I've read. It is so good. The art is great. The characters and story is great. And if you like your shonen, I would definitely recommend Twin Star Exorcist. Like, just look at all these covers are gorgeous. Moving on and sticking with the black and white theme, I really wanted to put these together, is Dead Man Wonderland. Dead Man Wonderland is what got me into collecting manga, so it has a very special place in my heart. And it was the first manga I've got, so here we go. Dead Man Wonderland complete. I also have Jiraiya and Kakashi, and then the rest of the squad over here. I've had like a blind bag obsession. But moving on, we have random volumes of Battle Royale. I read it online a while ago, and I'm just kind of slowly but surely collecting it. It's a great series though. Then we have Battle Royale Angel's Border, which is just kind of the side stories of some of the characters. Okay, this next shelf is definitely my favorite shelf right now. We got my like dark horror and fantasy seinen type shelf. So we have Berserk. I'm up to volume 24. I really need to collect the rest. We have a little Sasuke here too. But yeah, I really like how I did this. I've never tried like stacking my books in a different way and kind of showing them off more. Absolutely loving Berserk. I'm going through, reading every 10 volumes and reacting to it, sharing my thoughts on my channel, so look out for that. But yeah, Berserk definitely easily lives up to the hype. After that, we have Gantz, which I also love. I read it online just because I knew it was like very dark and kind of a lot for some people, so I wanted to make sure that I would like it before buying these huge volumes. And within a couple weeks, I read up to like Omnibus 5. So I stopped reading it now, and I'm just going to be buying them all. But yeah, I can't wait until I can actually like go back and reread these volumes, and I just want to kind of collect them all and just binge it because Gantz is a great story. I'm really enjoying it. Then we have some of my like horror books. We have Noise, which I'm pretty sure is like a prequel to Blame or Blam. The art was really cool. It was nothing special because I don't even know that universe, but it is really cool, and I want to get into Blam or Blame soon, so I like that I have that in my collection. And it was still a dark, fun, interesting read. Then I have Orochi Volume 1. I'm not sure if I'm going to collect them all. I do like this cover though, it's really pretty. I'm just not like a short story person, and not really a horror. I love horror movies and everything, but horror manga just hasn't been it for me. I don't know. We have All You Need Is Kill, 2-in-1 edition. Really enjoyed this series. I watched the movie with Tom Cruise that it was based off of, and that was also really good. Really dark, psychological, cool series, and it's like a one-shot, pretty much, so. Then we have Shiver by Junji Ito. Again, not a Junji Ito fan at all. I think his art is great, but I'm more of a story person, and his stories are just never it for me. The read was fine, but I mainly just keep this because I like the cover, honestly. I didn't hate the read again, but Junji Ito is just not really my style. Moving on to our next shelf, we have number 5 by Taiyo Matsumoto. I really enjoyed this series. It's really just, I don't know, it's very hard to explain. I hear all his works are kind of like that. It's like unique, silly. The art style is very unique, but I enjoyed it. It's kind of just like a chill, like crazy journey, and I enjoyed the whole journey, so I think I'm going to get more of his works. After number 5, we have number 6. I really wanted to put those together. Number 6 is complete. I just got the 3rd omnibus that I need to read. But I love this series. I don't like, it's shonen, or sorry, it's shoujo BL, which I've never got into before. Definitely more of a seinen girl, but I heard a lot of good things about number 6, so I wanted to check it out. And I absolutely love the first 2 omnibuses, so I'm so excited to see how this ends. This is a great, kind of like a Promised Neverland-ish vibe about this like city that's supposedly perfect, but has these really dark secrets, and these 2 boys are trying to get to the bottom of it and save their friend, and it's really unique, and I like it. After that, we have some more horror. We have Ibitsu, which is actually my favorite horror manga that I've read so far. It's pretty good. It has like the typical scary movie horror, like Grudge, Ring type of thing. And the art is pretty good. So I did enjoy Ibitsu. Then we have Tokyo Game, which is kind of like another, if you know that anime or manga, where there's a class and they're all getting killed in these crazy ways, and one of the classes, like someone in the class is betraying everyone. So it was a really unique read. Up next we have Kaiji, volumes 1 through 4. Love Kaiji. I really like gambling, like psychological type anime and manga, and this is exactly that. There's a lot of suspense, and I really like Kaiji as a main character, and how the narrator just kind of roasts him a lot, and he's not like some cool guy or anything, but the exact opposite. So it is very interesting, and I hope they bring out more faster, because volume 4 took forever to come in. Then we have the Breaker Complete. This is the first part of the series, and then there's the Breaker New Waves. It is a Korean manhwa, actually, the only manhwa I have in my collection. And it is about an MMA, like, underground crime organization. And this guy poses as a substitute teacher. And he kind of gets into something with one of the students, and that student becomes his disciple. And yeah, they're being chased by this underground, like, mafia type organization, and they have to get away from them and train and learn how to use these new powers. So it's really good. The art is great, the characters are really funny, and it's a good story. Then we have volumes 1 through 10. I'm pretty sure up to date of Witch and the Beast. These have like some of the best covers in manga, in my opinion. They're all just like different, really unique. Yeah, look at that one. This is a dark fantasy seinen with some romance in it. Yeah, it follows the story of the witch and the beast, and there's vampires, and the art is insane. Really dark, gritty, kind of like Berserk. I don't love the story at all times. Sometimes it's kind of confusing, but it's always a fun read nonetheless. After that, we have Ubelblatt, which I never really see people collecting. I think because it's so hard to find now. It's going to be really hard to even get. I think volume 2 is kind of easy to find, but after that, I don't know. But this is another dark fantasy seinen. Clearly, I have a favorite type. A lot of people like compare this to Berserk. Obviously, Berserk is better, but this is still really good. I enjoyed this so much. And it's about this character, and he's, you know, kind of a lone ranger and just a badass fighter. He has like a cold attitude, and there's like sexual parts. So yeah, I really like this, and I need to get more. The last 2 on this shelf are Satoshi Kon's only manga works. They're both unfinished, which is Opus and Seraphim Wings. I really enjoy both of them. Seraphim was pretty short. It also has Mamoru Oshii on it. So 2 legends created it, obviously. It was short, but very good. Opus, I really enjoyed. It didn't have an ending, which sucks, but I felt like it kind of wrapped up nicely in a weird way. And it's about a mangaka being sucked into his manga. And there's like a lot of interesting parts and parallels, and kind of talks to you about the writing process of manga, which was really cool. On the bottom shelf, we have Land of the Lustrous, up to volume 11, which I'm pretty sure is currently out. I don't know if this is on hiatus or what, but this was really good. I was flying through these. It's psychological about this world where these gems are born, and you know, they have like phosphorus or diamond and all the different real gems, but these other people from like space come and they want to destroy the gems and like break their body apart because they're literally made of gems, and like use them for other things. So it's pretty dark. It's all these people are like a family, and they're always in these fights, and some of their family members die and get broken. And then there's this like mysterious guy. There's only one man there, and he kind of seems to know all the secrets of the world. He's very like quiet and secluded. So he has a lot of secrets, and yeah, there's a lot to dissect there. Very, very interesting read. Then we have Girls Last Tour, 1 through 6 complete. Very sad but charming story following 2 girls in a post-apocalyptic world. They're just very like nonchalant about this scary situation because they've been in it for so long, and they get happiest over the little things, and like they find a camera and they don't know what that is, and they're so surprised by things. So it's a very cool read. Then we have volumes 1 through 8 up to date of Peach Boy Riverside. I haven't been seeing Peach Boy Riverside being released anywhere recently, and it's not on Right Stuff, which is weird, only Barnes & Noble by me. But this is a great read. I watched the anime, really enjoyed the anime, and the manga's even better, as per usual. But it follows this group of friends, or new friends, led by Lucy, this girl, and this guy. They both have powers to kill ogres. And the ogres are like rummaging towns and killing people a lot, and nobody can really kill them except for these 2 with these powers. But Lucy wants to create a world where all species can kind of live together, and it like delves into like racism between like demi-humans and humans and ogres, and like just the humanity of, oh, I want us to live together in peace, or should we keep fighting and killing each other in war and revenge? So there's a lot of really unique, like deep themes in this, as well as really cool action and mystery. So I highly recommend this series if you have not heard of it. Then we have 86, which is one of my favorite things in my collection. These are the light novels. If you know 86 from the anime is very good as well, but the light novels are even better. No surprise there. I love the romance between Shin and Lena, and of course the unique war and also racism and the unique topics that delves into, but just following these groups of friends and seeing how they struggle and try to make it out of this war-stricken world, and it's amazing. Then, with some of the other best covers, we have Platinum End, who was done by the writers of Death Note. Obviously, it's not as good as Death Note. I see a lot of hate for this series. I enjoyed reading it. Was the ending great? No, but I did enjoy the story along the way. I thought it was pretty unique. And yeah, I did not mind Platinum End. Moving on to the second shelf, starting off with Drifting Classroom. Drifting Classroom was great, following kids whose school gets transported way into the future where there's these evil bugs that attack, and basically humanity is just wiped off the face of the earth, and they're in this dangerous situations. The kids and teachers turn on each other. It gets very dark and very sad, but it is a really cool read. Then we have Death Note. Everyone knows Death Note, classic black editions. Up next we have Summertime Render, complete. I'm just kind of waiting until the anime isn't as fresh in my mind to read this, but I loved the anime. It's a great psychological thriller, and I'm excited to see how the manga does it. And just experience the story again, because it was really good. Lastly, on my shelf, I have 2 Japanese volumes of Sayaki. It actually got me like collecting Sayaki because I found these and thought that the art was so cool. This was like when I first started collecting manga. I got these for like $1 each, and I really was interested. I was like, oh, I'm gonna read this manga. So I got it in English. Then we have Attack on Titan, No Regrets, which is a Levi's story, complete color edition. I love Attack on Titan, but I'm an anime only. I don't have the manga, so I wanted like something Attack on Titan in my collection, and it features Levi as the main character, so how could I not love that? Next shelf, we have Tokyo Revengers, up-to-date omnibuses. And then this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive one right there, I'm pretty sure. And then we have Takemichi and Hinata up there, Mikey, Mitsuya, and Kazutora right there. I'm definitely gonna have the whole squad on this shelf soon enough. But yeah, absolutely love Tokyo Revengers. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure. Like, I can see why people think it's overrated or some plot holes, but I absolutely love it. I love me some delinquent fighting manga. Next, we have Tokyo Ghoul, volumes 1 through 14 complete. I really want to get Re, but it's just not high on my priority list right now. Loved the art in this, though. It is a great classic series. Then we have volumes 1 through 8 of Witch Hat Atelier. That is up to date. I really need a new one of this to come out, and I'm pretty sure it's getting an anime, which is really exciting. The art is great. Follows a little girl who becomes a witch like she's always wanted, but realizes all the dark things that come with it. They create spells, and her friends go on these journeys, and they're also being trying to be captured by this like evil witch group. So there's a lot going on, but I really like it's like dark themes that it has, and like I said, the art is great. Then we just have volumes 1 and 2 of Baccano R's. I don't know if I'm gonna try to collect it or read some of it online, or maybe watch the anime and then slowly collect it. I think I might do that, watch the anime and slowly collect it. I don't know. It's pretty hard to collect. It's not like impossible, but not easy either. But I really, really want to read that. I know it's something I will enjoy. Next, we have the Shuzo Oshimi shelf. We have Flowers of Evil complete, Happiness complete, and Blood on the Tracks up to date. Then we have Finks and Karapika right here. So out of these ones, actually my favorite which does not seem to be common as a favorite of Oshimi's, is Happiness. I think it's a little more darker than the others, and I also love the fantasy aspect, as we know with the vampires. I think it's really a unique premise, but I'm absolutely loving Blood on the Tracks. I read a couple volumes of Inside Mari, but I'm selling those. I liked it. It's just not like my favorite, but these are all amazing, and I'm really excited to see where Blood on the Tracks goes, because oh my god, those volumes are getting insane. All right, next we have another one of my favorite shelves, which is my Eyeshield 21 shelf. I'm actually only missing volume 26, which does annoy me. If I think about it, I just try not to think about it. It's really hard to find, and it costs a lot of money if you find it. But yeah, I'll get it one day, but pretty much I have the full collection. Love the series. I love football. I do fantasy football and stuff. So it's cool, you know, that I actually like knew what was going on in the manga. But even if you don't watch football, they explain things really well, and there's a lot of differences between real football and this, but it's an awesome journey. You get to cheer on your squad and see how these players grow and meet a lot of fun players, even from the rival teams on the way, and the art is absolutely insane. Next, we have the shelf I'm not super proud of. I have like risers, but they're different sizes for some reason. So I'm going to get another riser so I can have them like on a normal slate in the back. But we have my Oshimi, my favorite mangaka shelf with Pluto, Asadora, Sneeze, and Mujirushi. Absolutely love Pluto. It's probably tied with Monster. I just watched the Monster anime. I'm going to get the manga. Asadora is great. I feel like we're just kind of slowly building up to where it's going to get amazing, but it's a good story. Sneeze are his short stories, which again, not a short story person, but I love Oshimi, so I'm going to collect it, and they're still pretty enjoyable. They had a lot of like references that I enjoyed. Then Mujirushi is a one-shot, which was pretty good. If I can, don't want to mess that up. Boys Abyss, I heard a lot of people saying was great, like a psychological seinen, which is just my shit, right up my alley. The art was beautiful, I will say that. But the subject matter, like, I love dark. I mean, obviously I love dance. I love berserk. I don't mind guts and gore or sex or violence. Like, any of that I don't mind. But the subject matter in this, I'm not sure that I like. We'll see, though. I'm probably going to give it 1 or 2 more volumes. See how I like it. I didn't hate it, but not exactly, like, my type of manga. And behind these, we just have Black Torch, volumes 1 through 5 complete. This was a shonen series that was dropped after volume 5, which is really sad because obviously they had to rush the ending. And it was really good. The art was amazing. It was building up to a really cool plot with really good villains, a cool protagonist, and really cool like powers. It was unique to most of the shonen series out today. So it's really sad that got canceled, but I like that I have those 5 in my collection. Then we have Out right here, volumes 1, 2, and 3 in Japanese because it's not out in English, sadly. It's a delinquent manga, pretty similar to Tokyo Revengers, except there's no time travel, no romance, and it's like they don't have kind of powers, quote unquote, like they do in Tokyo Revengers. It's a lot more realistic, and the art, oh my gosh. This is like easily one of my favorite mangas It sucks I had to read it online, but I will show you this art. Yeah, so the art is like this. I mean, it's just beautiful, and the fights are insane, and the story's really good. Like, everything about this manga is great. So I really hope one day they print it in English. Like, come on, look at this art. Insane. So I absolutely love OW. I love that I have it in my collection, and I can just kind of look at the art and hope that one day it will become an English manga. Then we have Tokyo Revengers. I got this before it came out in English because I love Tokyo Revengers. But now, even when I have the English copies, like, I just think these covers are really cool. And I like having some Japanese volumes. The last one is Death Note Short Stories. I read it on the Shonen Jump app, and then this just all came, like, together as a pack. So, kind of a win-win because I like all these series. The last row is Sayaki, like I mentioned. I read all of this. It's really old school anime or manga, old school art, and I loved it. I love the characters' dynamic together. It's 4 characters. They're all like very unique and different, and they go and fight like evil spirits and demons. Then we have Sayaki Reload. I need like 2 more volumes of this, I think. And this has been in my collection for so long, so I just need to get those volumes. Like, they're not that hard to find, but they're also not easy, so I have to get that so I can read this. Because, as I said before, this is like one of the only things that I have not read in my collection. Then I have Oshinoko, Volume 1. I'm loving the anime. I think I'm just going to watch the anime instead of collect the manga. But this volume was really, really cool, and like one of the craziest twists and best first volumes. Just like the first episode was amazing, so I think I'm going to keep that just to keep it in my collection because I loved that volume. Then we have Classroom of the Elite Light Novels, 5 and 6. I sold my first 4 because I couldn't find Volume 5, and now I found Volume 5, and now I can't find Volume 7, but I really want to keep collecting this. I tried watching the anime, and they just screwed it up and sped everything up so fast from the light novel that I couldn't even watch it. So I really need to continue this series because I love Classroom of the Elite. I read it in like a half hour. Next, we have Banana Fish, another shoujo BL, and another one that I absolutely love. I just read these 2. I never thought I would get into it, and I just picked it up on a whim after I read the back because I love, like, mafia stories, any mafia anime and manga. I'm all in, and I really love the characters so far. Ash is amazing. He's based off of River Phoenix, who is one of my favorite actors, so I'm gonna get the rest of this series very fast, and I cannot wait to binge it all. It might end up being one of my top 5 series. I don't know. We have Prophecy Complete. This is basically Criminal Minds in a manga, which I absolutely love. Really unique. It talks a lot about like social media and these people doing their crimes, like live streaming crimes, and then the police trying to catch them. And it's really, really cool. A subscriber actually suggested that for me. And last but not least, we have a volume that has been in my collection for so long. I picked it up at like a secondhand place. It actually reads in like the wrong direction of manga. It's very old, and I guess there's only 11 volumes in English and a lot more in Japanese, but it's called Sarai. It's about these maids who are actually bodyguards, and they go around, they get hired to do these different jobs and go and kill things. It gets really, really dark in this volume, which again, I like. And the art, maybe I can get, yeah, here's just a little scenery page. art is really good in this too. So I definitely want to get like at least a couple more, then maybe I'll read it online. I was trying to show more pages. Yeah, I was trying to show more pages, but there was some very brutal, nude, and torturing scenes, so can't show that. But yeah, this is my current collection. Next up, after I finish collecting Gantz and Berserk, is going to be Dead Dead Demons, Destruction, by Ennio Asano. I never read any of his works. I didn't really want to until Dead Dead Demons, because I heard it's like his least depressing and it actually has a really good story. So that is going to be what I'm aiming for next. And I will keep you guys updating about what I am currently reading and enjoying. And I will see you in my next video.